Well, good day, my friends. Kevin the Comic Doctor coming to you with another episode of What's in the Press. I promised I'd be here this week, and so here I am. Guys, I got a few books I've taken aside to share with you today. But first, hey guys, if you're new here, I'm Kevin. I'm the Comic Doctor. I'm a comic book presser and authorized CGC dealer located way up in Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. And you know what? This show is called What's in the Press, and that's just it. What's in the press. Every week I work on comic books and then I send them off to CGC for grading. And each week I come on here and I show you some of the books that will be worked on. And this week I've selected maybe 10 books or so to share with you. This is a kind of an early day version of the show, kind of an impromptu, let's go. And I'll probably start doing it more like that as the weeks unfold until I get into a more of a regular schedule. Anyways, guys, if you are new here, I do give out prizes every once in a while. So if you want to get in on the action, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel, like the content, and leave comments in the comment section below, because by doing so, that is how you automatically enter yourself into these contests to win some awesome prizes. Awesome prizes like this one right here. When I hit 2,000 subscribers, I'll be giving out this awesome copy of a Batman print by Jim Lee, and it's signed. It's signed by Jim Lee. I know, pretty awesome. But again, this will go out to one of my lucky subscribers when I hit 2,000 subscribers. And honestly, there'll probably be some more prizes as well. So get on there and hit that subscribe button. All right, guys. So today, what do I have? I just grabbed out 8 or 9 books today, guys. I've got a hell of a lot more going. I'm just recovering from COVID myself. I'm feeling a little bit better today. So I'm doing a small number of books here. But these ones here, again, are from the new year, which I'm so happy to finally be working on. The first one comes from Trevor out of Saskatchewan. And he sent me a couple of graded books. The first one being I can see some issues already, which I'm very happy about. Strange Tales 169 in a 9.2. So I'll be cracking this out, working on it, and resubmitting it to CGC. Hopefully we can get a grade bump on there. I'm inspecting the book as I talk to you about it. The next one is a Black Knight number 1 in a 2.5. It's a lower grade book. We'll have a look at this one closely before doing anything. Is this book going to get up to a 3? I don't know. I'll give Trevor a call and we'll discuss the books before. I often, if I think it's like a 50-50 chance, I don't feel super confident in cracking the book, I contact the owners and discuss their hopes and dreams about their books with them, and we determine at that point whether or not it's a good idea to move forward. I think if you guys watched the last show, I was talking to Stavros out in Quebec about his books, and there's a couple in there I was kind of like, I don't know if it's worth doing, but Stav was in a gambling mood, so he went for it. And hey, we can always do it, but sometimes it's worth a conversation before we go ahead with the removing from the slab, because as you know, guys, once it's removed, the grade it currently has is null and void, and then we're at the mercy of the grader again to hopefully give it a higher grade, at the very least the same grade. But in some cases, that's right, in some cases the grades can drop, so you want to be very careful before you do that. All right, next we have from Travis. I'm going to be seeing Travis this week, and I believe an ASM 300 and a newsstand copy, as well as a Spider-Man 365. And Travis also sent in an old label. Put that sticker on the back here. An old label Hulk 340 in a 9.6. We're going to try to get that up to a 9.8. All right, so those are from Travis, a smaller order. Travis sent in some other books already as well. And this is his next little batch. Next, we have from Paul out in Sarnia. And Paul's been waiting a long time for these two. This is a really nice copy of Heavy Metal from February of '83. It's a magazine. Pretty slick looking book. All right. And Paul also submits some more books to be, I think 2 are going to be cracked and resubmitted. We saw the thumbnail was Captain America 113. Well, here it is again in a PGX slab. So we're going to crack that out. Now, again, guys, most people, when they see PGX, they kind of, they say, well, if it's an 8.5 PGX, it's probably, or they tend to believe that PGX books are overgraded by CGC standards. So, hopes with a book like this is to at the very least, maintain an 8.5, if not bump it up to, over the 9 mark. And it's not a bad looking book. I'm seeing some items that might hold it back. A lot of tanning on the back on this one. That being said, it hasn't been cleaned. I can see that. So if we can I'll be happy if we can maintain that 8.5. If we get to a 9, that'd be fantastic. But that's the first PGX book. The next one is a Conan the Barbarian number 16. Also, again, the PGX slab. And a lot of guys believe that you can get some great deals buying PGX books. And I'll tell you, more often than not, the grade when I finish with them stays the same, if not go up. So, sometimes it's way overgraded, but I mean, I've had good luck with PGX. So if you can get a book for a good price because it's in a PGX slab, you might want to consider grabbing it and going the route that Paul has gone and cracking it and resubmitting it. So that's an 8.0. It's an older PGX, I believe, label. So yeah, there's that. And then actually, Paul, this one here, he just wants to have reslabbed. It's a Creatures on the Loose, a number 21 in a 9.4. So we'll be reslabbing that and sending that one off to be reslabbed as well with these. And that's it for today, guys. I have got a lot more actually, but they're all packed up, ready to go to the shop. So I'm not going to show all those. I got another 100 books here that I'm not going to do a lengthy video on, but those are just a few as we go into the new year, which is very exciting. I'm very excited to start hammering out these 2022 books. I really, by the end of summer, I'd love to be, I won't be caught up, but I really want to put a real, real gouge in my backlist here because I have so many books to work on. But it'd be nice to finally get to a 2 or 3 month turnaround time. That's what my goal is, because I really want to start offering. I know CGC is providing a lot of amazing signature series opportunities down in Sarasota that I cannot really promote because I don't have the time to get the books ready for the signature series opportunities. So hopefully if I can get caught up, then I can start offering a special service for books to be signed by various, actors and artists and writers and what have you. But you know what? There are some people in the chat room. I know this was kind of an impromptu video, so I might not have a lot of guys here today, but let's have a look and see who's here. Where's my chat window? And there it is. Let's go and see who is in the house. Just a few. All right, go Wayne. I'm at work. You can't spring these on us. I know. I'm bad that way, Wayne. But I just want to get one done today. And a lot of guys can watch them on the replay later on in the day, right? Patty says, "Hey, I made it to a show. I'm glad you did, Patty. Welcome." NDFND424. These pop-ups are awesome. Well, see, there you go. He likes kind of an impromptu one like that. Yeah, for some guys it'll work, for some it won't. But I mean, they won't always be like that. But from time to time, I will do them like that. Jeff's here. How you doing, Jeff? Good day from Port Dover, Ontario. Good to see you. Your books hopefully will be en route sometime this week. I can send your entire package back to you. You and your son. Patty says, "It's pretty awesome. Ontario has a great comic doctor." Oh, thanks, Patty. I appreciate that. Wayne says, "I'm picking up some amazing Golden Age today. That's all I buy now. Golden Age and some Silver Age. No more modern and only about 5 bronze keys to chase." I'll tell you, Wayne, that's probably not a bad idea. I've been watching a lot of the spec videos that are out on YouTube and what have you, and it does seem that the silver golden books tend to be the ones, especially the super keys, are the ones that are holding their value pretty well. Minor keys hold their value, but some have been dropping significantly. It's just amazing how this hobby is so directly connected to what's happening in the films and the television. As soon as, I tell you guys, I think the book you should be picking up right now still are X-Men books, X-Men and Fantastic Four. I think that as those two properties start getting developed by Marvel and the years it's going to take until those movies are released, those books are going to climb and climb and climb. And they've made no direct mentions of them as of yet. There's been a couple of teases. We saw a tease in the Miss Marvel at the end of in their post credit scene. There was the post credit. Actually, it wasn't the post credit scene. It was actually just or was it the post credit scene? Yeah, it was a post-credit scene where he mentioned she was like a mutant or something like that. So they're starting to really play with the whole mutant thing now. So they're giving us a grace period to buy those books, to find those books and hang on to them. I think all those X-Men books are still got a lot of room to grow, and the FF books as well too. But remember, as soon as those properties come out, the books tend to soften quite a bit. So there's that sweet spot as to when you want to move those books or sell them. Look at books like even Werewolf by Night 32. It's already dropping. It's still a hot book, and it's still an expensive book to pick up, but it's nowhere as high in value as it was, say, a month or so before the TV series dropped, right? So something to consider. John says, you look and sound better. Happy to see you. Thank you, John. Yeah, I do. Today was the first day I actually woke up and felt somewhat human. This damn thing, for the last 12 days, I felt really not very good, to be honest with you. Just exhausted all the time. It wasn't a terrible cold necessarily. It didn't I had a bit of a sinus infection, like I said last week, but once that was gone, I wasn't in any pain or discomfort. It was just more lethargy. I was tired and wanted to sleep all the time. I couldn't start anything. I'd start something within 20 minutes. I'd want to go to sleep. So that's how COVID affected me. And today's the first day that I feel a little bit better. I'm going to go off to the shop in a bit to drop some stuff off there for Charlo and review some books as well. So lots to do today. Hopefully that tiredness doesn't overtake me again. Mr. Kevin Horn, how you doing, buddy? Glad to see you. You're feeling better. Thank you very much, Kev. Dave's here. Hey, Kevin, glad to see you're back to being healthy. We'll be coming by on Saturday. Excellent. Yes, I have to write some people today, actually, for Saturday. A lot of orders are done. I have not contacted anybody yet because I wasn't sure how I was feeling, but I think I'm going to be okay for Saturday. So if your order has finished, and I will probably be calling you or contacting you via text at some point today or tomorrow. Wayne, DC is going up. Well, I wouldn't be surprised. Remember that video I did last summer when we talked about the demon book that I picked up? I think the DCs, are the sleeper books. They are starting to, they're all going to, guys, it's the stock market in comics now. It's up and down, up and down. I don't think there's going to be any quick millionaires made unless, of course, you have the books already or stumble upon an amazing collection at a fantastic deal. Otherwise, I don't think. Let's see if I can get these. Oops, let's see. Ooh, no, I'm trying to move this. Oh, I screwed that up. Oh, there we go. That's okay. Mr. Kevin Horn says, let's hope the new Wolverine actor is on point. Well, we don't know that yet. Everyone's saying it's Edgerton is kind of being talked about, but who knows? We'll see. Only need an FF #1. It's way too expensive, Jeff Baxter says. Yeah, it's not a cheap book. A 1/8, I think, is going to cost you close to $2,000, or $2,000, I wish. $20,000 now for like a 1/820, 25 maybe US. It has gone crazy. But all those books, all those Golden Age, or all those Silver Age Marvels are crazy money. And I mean, if you can find one at a good price, raw, maybe that's the way to go. I don't know. Hey, Bruha's here. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. I don't know what to say, guys. I all I do know is when it comes to modern books, I think I do agree with Wayne. If you're buying the books to sell at some point, look, if you can get the modern keys at a good price, I think there's nothing wrong with it. If you want to buy, I'm stockpiling the first Gambit. I'm stockpiling, if I come across good deals on New Mutants 98, I'm picking those up. If I see them as good deals, I'm not going to pay full pot for them. But if a good deal does arise, I'm certainly going to take a look at it. But I will not stick my nose up at the modern books if the price is right. You know what I mean? Why would I, She-Hulk #1s or, Nova #1s or Miss Marvel #1s or, the list is endless. We know all the different keys that are out there. And if you can get them at a good price, and you can check what the prices are. If you have GP analysis, see what the prices were over the last 2 years. And again, the last 2 years was unprecedented in terms of how much these comic books were worth, right? So if you've got GP and you do some quick analysis work and see, okay, this book number A was worth this much, 4 years ago, it peaked at this amount, and now it's down 80%. Maybe that's a good time to buy down 80% from its high point, right? Because a precedent had been made. The book at one point was fetching that kind of dollar. Who's to say it's not going to fetch that kind of money again in future? It might not be tomorrow, might be 5-10 years from now. But again, if you can get, these books at a great price, why not? Again, I have one of my clients, I'm telling you, he'll submit to me, 10 copies or 20 copies of Nova #1, or 20 copies of the first appearance of Boba Fett, or, 20 copies of this or that. Because for the last 30 years, he just knows he has a list of books like with first appearances and significant appearances, and he just stockpiled them, buy them for 50 cents, $1, $1.50. So he'd have a short box or a long box sometimes of one issue, just specking. He specced for 20, 30 years. And it's paid off for him. Now, right? It's paid off for him. So who's to say you can't start doing that now? They're creating new characters all the time. Important storylines are happening all the time. And again, as these books are coming down in value, that might be the time to strike, might be the time to buy. So again, while I agree with you, Wayne, yes, the silver and the golden are no-brainers in terms of books to buy. Easier to sell too, right, in the long run. But I would not turn my nose up at a good deal on modern books if it were to come my way. That's for sure. I got some more people coming into the chat. Let me just fix my... There we go. There we go. All right. So who do we have here? Hey, Chuck, how's it going? Good to see you. Laugh Out Loud, Wayne says, FF2, X-Men 2, Avengers 2. Yes. Nothing wrong with those books. You see what Golden Age Guru does with Hulk 181? He buys every one he can. Yes. Because, and I'll tell you, and that's another book. And I haven't listened to my own advice because that's not a cheap book to buy, right? I can't go and spend $5,000, $3,000, $10,000. I mean, they're so expensive. But that Hulk 181 is going to go crazy. That book, I still think, I hate to say it's undervalued. The difference between a Hulk 181 and say an AF-15 and then say a Batman #1 from, 20, 25 years before that is that, how many are out there? How many are out there? The reason why Batman #1 or Tech 27 or Action Comics #1 are worth so much money is because A, it's their important books, but how many are out there? AF-15, there's not millions of them out there, right? But the popularity of Spider-Man is pushing the value of that book up. So Hulk 181, there's a lot out there. There's a lot of 9.8s out there, a lot of 9.6s out there. And while it's a great book to have, and I wish I had 10 more copies, I don't. I only have one copy of my own. I'd love to have, 3 or 4 or 5 more. And again, if I found great deals on them, I think I'd buy them. But I think Golden Age Guru is right. It is a good book to stockpile because I think that book could hit. How much did a 9.8 go for? Has a 9.8 hit $100,000? I think it has. I could be wrong. Chuck says, Wayne, it's nice to have the funds to do that. Oh, that's the thing, right? I mean, easier said than done, right? Hey, Neil, how's it going? You'll be happy to know, Neil, your books are on their way to Sarasota as we speak. As we speak, your books are on their way to Sarasota. Jeff says, was on a buying spree for 6 years ago on #2s, so have almost all of them. My thoughts was 30 days later, the book's value is 10%. Didn't make sense. So which #2s, Jeff? You talking about like the big ones, like Spider-Man #2, Avengers #2, those guys? Those books are, and the X-Men #2. For the longest time, those were not fetching great money. Now they're starting to catch up, right? Excuse me. Kevin says over $100,000. Okay, I wasn't sure. I don't keep up on the values of a lot of books. I wasn't sure if a Hulk 181 had sold for over $100K or not. But as a 9.8 or whatever goes up, the other ones will follow. If you have a 2.5 or a 3.0 or a 5.0, they're going to go up too. So, yeah. Big ones, yeah. Yeah, okay, I get what you're saying. You still have them though, right, Jeff? You have all your #2s, I believe. I believe. All right. Well, listen, guys. I have good news. a CGC box has arrived. I'll probably do an unboxing at some point tomorrow. So please look for that. If you haven't done so already, please hit that like button. It does help the analytics here on the channel. And again, if you haven't done so, hit the subscribe button. It helps you. It helps you down the road when I have those amazing, monumental, celebratory contests. You can put yourself in a position to win one of those prizes I have. Jeff says, yes, a private sale of the Hulk 91. Okay, so for over 100 grand. And he's had all the number twos. That's good to see. No, it's me. I have all the. Oh, you have all the twos. Okay, Wayne. Okay, I'm getting mixed up and confused. Go figure. Maybe it's the COVID. Prince Zodiac, fair market value at 181.90. It's 102,000. 7.5 is right at 4 G's though. Yeah, quite a big difference between a 7.5 and a 9.8, right? I mean, it is what it is. But they're all, well, that's a big discrepancy between a 7.5 and a 9.8. But it's all relative to, and the books will go up at all the grades, right? You and Jeff, I think so. I think you must. But listen, guys, I am going to take off. It was a quick afternoon What's in the Press. Again, thank you so very much for coming in. Oh, Prince Zodiac. Got to show the tip. Thanks, Prince Zodiac. Thanks, Neil. Appreciate it. You know, Neil, I texted you yesterday or 2 days ago before I sent your books. I think maybe you gave me your home number and not your cell number. I was asking if you wanted the Moon Knight labels on your Moon Knight books. And I didn't hear from you, so I just kind of didn't put them on. I hope that's okay. I gave you the 2 labels you asked for, but they just released a new Moon Knight label, and I wasn't sure, so I just played on the side of air. I always err on the side of caution and did not add the labels for you. But anyhow, thanks so much for the tip, man. I appreciate it. Always very much appreciated. It does help out a lot here as I try to build this community up for sure. Listen, guys, again, thanks so much for coming by. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and make sure you hit that notification bell. It's down there somewhere because I'll be having another video the next day showing off 25 pretty amazing books that came back from CGC. There's one book in there. I think it's like a $30,000 book. You're not going to want to miss this unboxing, so please check that out. And until next time, take care. Have a fantastic rest of your Wednesday, and we'll see you very, very soon. Thanks for dropping by. Bye for now. Take care.